Okay, so we had a little break in math. Yesterday, we were supposed to kind of have a little review for 12.1 and 12.3, but after grading everything, I felt like you had a good understanding, so I'm kind of ready to put that behind us and just move on. So, we're going to kind of be done with shapes and polygons. So we're going to look at our multiplication. That's something that you all started to kind of get an interest in right before all this ended. Multiplication is something you focus on in the 3rd grade. So I wanted to kind of make sure we at least touched multiplication before we started. So what I have for you is you have a little equal groups packet of all things that you're going to find that were due today for math. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to take it step by step just to kind of see how we go with it, okay? So what we're going to do first is your do it now looks like this today. Remember, I print them all on the same pages because that's how they come. I haven't cut them across like I normally do in class. Just do the top half on all the do it nows, okay? So we're going to take a look at this, and it is a chart and a tally chart and a line graph, which we don't really do that often, but I just kind of want to check your skills, so I went ahead and put it in your folder. So what you're going to do is over here, it has the total in this chart right here. It has the totals listed for you. So you're just going to create tallies for that. And then you're going to go over here and you're just going to tally up and color in the different lines for those different seasons. So it shouldn't be that difficult. That is something you should have done in the 1st grade. So let's talk about counting by twos and equal groups of twos. So let's count to, let's see, we'll count to 20 just by twos. We'll just do a short little one. 2, 4, 6, 8, I need to hear you, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Good. So we are just going to kind of start with that. That is what you're going to do today, is be working on those twos and counting by our twos. So what we're going to do is you have a chart that you're going to go in and you're going to fill out. It's a 100 chart that we've done often. You're just going to start with 1 and skip counting by 2. So 2's missing, 2, 3, 4 is missing, 5, 6 missing, 7, 8. So you're going to notice 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All those that you're skip counting by is going to help you fill in your hundreds chart. So don't make that too difficult, okay? So that's your top part of your assignment, is just working on counting by twos. When we think of counting by twos, typically we're just adding the numbers twice. We're just doubling the number that we're adding. So if we say 3 times 2, in essence, that's just 3 plus 3 is 6, okay? So that is all you're going to have to do today. Don't make this too difficult. We're going to use addition a lot today to help us make these groups for now, okay? So it's 3 times 2. You would just say 3 plus 3 is 6. So you'd write a 6 there. 11 times 2, you would just say 11 plus 11 would give me 22. I'm going down the column. 5 times 2, you would just say 5 times 5, which would be 10. And then 8 times 2, you would just say 8 plus 8, which would be 16. Okay, so I'm giving you that first column already. You're going to go back and do these next 2 columns. So remember, today we're just adding them together, just adding those doubles together, okay? So whatever number is here, it's times 2, so you're just going to add it twice. Okay, 10 plus 10, 20. Okay, so that should be pretty easy. I'm going to challenge you, though, to try to do it multiplication-wise. Think multiplication facts, okay? But if you can't, add them up, add the doubles, and that is just fine. Okay, that's a good deal for that. And then you're also going to have this multiply with 2 page. This is a little review sheet that you're going to do today as well. So we're going to take a look at that. So the first one says it's 7 times 2. So the 7 times 2, we're just going to think 7 plus 7. So 7 times 2 is going to give me 14. That would just be like me saying 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, does everybody see that? Okay, it's backwards. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is 4 times 2. So that would just be 4 plus 4 would be 8. So 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, I'm in this middle section. Okay, 9 times 2, we would just say 9 plus 9, which tell me would be 18. So 9 times 2 would be 18. Okay, and then we have 1 times 2. So that would just be 1 plus 1 and 2. Any number multiplied by 1 is that number. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 8 is 8. So anything that's multiplied by 1, it's just that number, okay? So let's do it down to the bottom row. 2 times 5, that would just be 5 plus 5 which you should say 10. Okay, the next one, 2 times 3 is going to be 3 plus 3 is 6. So that would be 6. 2 times 8 is 16, but that's just 8 plus 8 is 16. 2 times 6 is 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay? So now we're going to look at this word problem. It says, Chef Andre has 2 cookie sheets. He puts 7 cookies on each sheet. How many cookies does he make? So let's take a look at this. 2, or talking about multiplications, it's going to be 2 times. So 2 is important and 7 is important. So circle both of those. So 2 times 7 equals sign. So 7 plus 7 is 14. So it'll be 14 cookies. Just like this. 2 times 7 equals 14 cookies. And then 7 plus 7. Okay? Let's flip it over to the back. It says we're going to write the different parts of the multiplication sentence. So if you look, go back to the front. I'm sorry. Go back to the front. It's got 3 times 2 equals 6 up here at the top. Does everybody see that? 3 times 2 equals 6. So the numbers that are multiplied together are called factors, and then the answer of a multiplication sentence is a product, okay? So factors are multiplied together. The answer is our product. So on the back, the 2, you should say, is a factor. The 5 is a factor. And the 10 is our product. Okay, so you should have factor, factor, product. Good. All right, number 2, I'm going to do it silently while you do it. Go ahead and fill in. You're counting by 2s. Starting with 2. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to give you 2 more seconds to get done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's count by 2s together. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Good. Okay, so now down here it's just the same thing. It's just practice now. So it's 2 times 6, you're just 6 plus 6 is 12. So your answer would be 12. 2 times 3 is just 3 plus 3, 6. 2 times 7 is just 7 plus 7, which is 14. And 2 plus 2 is 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? So if you still need to write them out, the addition sentence on the side, that is fine. You are not in any way, shape, or form behind or not knowing what you're doing. If you have to do that, that's fine. I encourage it. If you need to, that will help you. Okay? So let's look at the next thing. It says Lyle has 4 bags. So I'm going to circle the 4 of smooth stones. Each bag has 2 stones. I'm going to circle the 2. How many smooth stones does Lyle have? So we would say 4 times 2 equals 8 stones. 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom. That is just putting the greatest and least numbers possible. So, you're just going to take these numbers right here. So you have 5, 3, 7. So the smallest number we could have, or the greatest, I guess, would be 753. And the smallest would be 357. So all you're doing is just making those numbers, okay? So do your best on that. Let's do one more. Let's do 6. So the greatest number with 9, 1, and 4 that we can make is 941. And the smallest is 149, okay? So just work on that. Do your best, okay? And then you're going to go back and make sure you complete this page. So you're going to do the 100 chart at the top and those last 2 columns. Just write your answers, okay? If you need to stack up your answers and make an addition sentence, that is just fine. I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work.